All right, good people. Today is Monday, January the 31st. If you haven't done so already, please put your first and last name at the top of your paper, of your packet. And again, we're going to put the date that it's given is the 31st. This is week 2. He did. All right. 20 after. 18 after. All right. The assignments that are due this week are the following. We have our warm-up that's due this week. Our homework that's due this week. Okay. We also have our what is that other thing that we have this week? We have a quiz this week. Okay. This short quiz. It's just gonna be very short. And it's whatever we cover, whatever we finish covering this week. Only what I feel good about that we've covered this week, I'm gonna put on there, okay? And whatever it is, it's gonna be really short. It's not gonna be too long. Okay. And I may have to add to that, but we're working on I Ready today. Depends on how long it takes us to get some things done. I don't want to add too much. Our tutoring for this week is Tuesday at 3 p.m. Don't forget, the link is on our page. Please don't forget. And I'll send the link to you on Tuesday. I'll send it to you in Remind. Don't forget to daily watch the videos. I'm going to do a homework help video this afternoon. So you have Monday homework that's in the packet, and you have a homework help video. Okay? Any questions, comments, or concerns? Okay. If you haven't submitted your work from last week,
you forgot the old video.
Huh?
You forgot the old video.
Thank you. If you haven't submitted your work from last week, please make sure that you take the time to submit the assignments. Are there any questions, comments, or concerns about anything? All right, let's look at our warm-up. Let's look at our warm-up. Okay, let's look at this problem here. This is an equation. The first step with solving an equation is distributive property. The first step is distributive property. Pause real quickly because some of you are still kind of getting yourselves together. All right, let's do it. First thing is distributive property. So we have distributive property here. This is a -6. So we're going to distribute -6 to both numbers, okay? Let's bring everything else down. Negative 3.1x plus 7 minus 7.4x equals 1.5x. Okay, when we distribute -6 times x gives us -6x. And -6 times this fraction. Let's do that to the side. Look over here. -6 times the fraction 3 over 2. Okay, when you multiply a whole number fraction, turn the whole, no, well, this is an integer. Turn that into a fraction. It's in there. Yeah. All right, so multiply straight across here. So we multiply straight across. What's -6 times 3? -6, you adding or something. What's -6 times?
-18.
-18. On the bottom, 1 times 2. 2. So now let's simplify this. -18 divided by 2. What does that give us? What's next? 9. Positive or negative?
Negative.
Okay. So this is going to be -9. Okay. All right. So now we've done distributive property first. So now we're combining like terms separately on each side. So let's combine. What terms can we combine over here? What terms are alike on this side of the equal sign? -3.1x and -7.4x. So now when I add A negative plus a negative is going to give me a negative. So now let's add those together. We got 3.1 and 7.4, right? So what does that give me when I add it together? Negative what? Come on. Add it together.
10.5.
10.5. Negative 10.5x. Okay, bring down the positive 7. Somebody said, huh? Are we okay? A negative plus a negative is equal to a negative, and then you just add the numbers. All right, so let's look at this side. What times can we add over here? What can we add over here?
1.5.
Very good. Okay. So one is a negative and one is a positive. So we're going to subtract. Line up by the decimal. Okay. So let's subtract. Okay. When we subtract 6 minus the 1.5, we know our answer is going to be a negative. But let's subtract. So when we subtract, what do we get here? This is 10 because you borrowed, right? Or decompose the number. We're used to saying borrowing. It's actually decomposed, but that's okay. And it's 4.5. Good job. So this is negative 4.5 x minus 9. Okay? So now we're going to move the variables to the same side. So let's move the variables to the same side. So I'm going to move the smaller one. Well, actually, the smaller one would be that one. But I'm going to move this one to the other side, I guess. It really kind of doesn't matter. So we're going to add. This is the opposite of minus with subtraction. The signs are different, so I'm going to subtract here. It's going to be a negative what when I subtract? Come on, think. Negative 6. Negative 6x. Bring down the plus 7. This is gone, and I'm left with a negative 9. Okay? Now, how do we isolate x? What do we get rid of? Subtract 7. Good job. So we're going to subtract 7 on both sides. When we subtract 7 on both sides, this is gone, and I'm left with negative 6x equal to, and we got negative 9 minus 7. What's negative 9 minus 7? Well, there is a negative plus a negative is a negative, and then you add.
Wait, what?
A negative plus a negative is a negative, and then you add. Oops, negative 16. Okay. Huh? Say again.
They're right.
Oh, please don't say that again. Okay. Negative 6 divided by negative 6 on both sides, okay? So we have a negative 6 divided by a negative 6 is 1, right? So we got 1x. A negative divided by a negative is a positive. Let's reduce this fraction. What can we divide both the top and the bottom by? Come on, y'all. La, 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 la. 2, you said? Okay, so if you divide both by 2, that gives you what on the top?
8.
That gives you 8 on the top, and what on the bottom?
3.
That gives you 3 on the bottom. Okay? So a negative divided by negative is a positive 8 over 3. And I'll work on the other one. We'll work on the other one tomorrow, okay? Because we want to get started with the test. All right. Any questions? Please watch the homework help video if you need help with your homework. Anybody still copying this before I move on? Are you still copying, baby? You good? Okay. This is your homework for tonight. And I will show you how to do this if you have issues. I will show you how to do this in the homework help, okay? All right. Take out this right here, your planner, so we can write down this week. Last week was Q3W1. This week is Q3W2. Okay, so this is Monday. This is Jan/Feb, right? We're at the end of January. This is Q3W2. I lost my train of thought for a second. This is the last day of the month. So this is 1/31. Tomorrow will be 2/1. Wednesday will be 2/2. Okay? 2/2. 2/2. Thursday is 2/3. Friday is 2/4. And the weekend you don't have to really write, but it is 2/5, okay? So our homework for tonight, we need to as our packet. So we have math homework, which is of course that packet. Okay, if you don't finish already, you need to finish your already. Okay, don't forget there's a homework help or whatever. Okay, you can go ahead and put math tutoring here. We have math tutoring on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Don't forget that. Remember, if that doesn't work for you, you need another time. You need to text me and remind and let me know. Any questions? The last day for iReady is Friday. Friday is the last day for you to take the iReady, okay? Last day, either iReady reading or iReady math has to be completed. And it's basically midterm, okay, to see how you're coming along. That's the last day for iReady, okay? Sorry, I left off the Y. All right, so now we're going to get logged in to iReady and work on iReady. I am going to make sure that your screen is on the iReady because that's what we need to be working on. Nothing else. You can use a calculator. So row 1 and 2, please pick up the graphic calculator. Okay, let's go ahead and put our packet in our folder so we don't lose the packet. The packet needs to go in our folder. If you lost your folder and you need another one, please let me know so I can give you another folder. Row 1 and 2. I'm going to go ahead and close off the video. Are there any last minute questions? Yes, baby. Yes. But you're after Kylie. She asked first. Okay, so make sure that you, if you have any questions, let me know. We're working on iReady, and I'm going to make sure that your screen is only on iReady. We've got to get iReady done, so we want as much time as possible. Row 3 and 4, calculator.